Hey guys, it's Tommy with BetterBushcraft.com. One of the pieces of kit that often gets overlooked when people go out bushcrafting is first aid and safety. A lot of us know that we should be carrying something just in case either we get sprained in the woods or get cuts and bruises, but a lot of people forget to just put something in their pack. That way they know that they'll be okay. So this is my smaller kit. This is what I'd be taking over just a day hike or an overnight or so, or maybe even a weekend thing. It might last that long, but I have a larger kit that I carry with me if I'm doing like a week-long bushcraft camping trip or my fishing trips. But this is something that I always have in my pack no matter what, and then the other piece of kit would just add on to this. So this is my basic kit, and I wanted to show you some of the things that's in it. That way it gives you some ideas, maybe things you can add to your pieces of to your safety kit, so you know that you'll be okay in the woods. So one of the first things that I have in here is just some oversized dressing pads. You know, a lot of us carry just small bandages and stuff, which are great, but a lot of times you might get a big gash on your leg or stuff like that, and you need something a lot more robust to put over that so it stops the bleeding. So I always just suggest you pick up some of these larger bandages and have them on hand just in case you get a bigger scrape or bruise. You know that you can cover it and protect it, keep it from getting infected and stuff like that. So I mean, these don't cost hardly anything, so I would definitely suggest you grab some of these larger bandages for the woods. Now the second thing I have in here is a cold compress pouch, and I got this out of my larger kit, so I just put it in my backpack at all times. But you can buy these for fairly cheap, and these are really nice to have on hand. It's an instant cold compress. You know, you just break it up and it gets cold really fast, and it lasts for, I don't know, probably 20 minutes or so. And the great thing about these is, you know, they're always gonna be cold for you when you need it. You know, you could bring ice, but it melts. So this is something that's really handy. And what I would use this mainly for is if someone sprained their ankle or something like that and it starts to swell, you'd put this on there to keep the swelling down so it doesn't get too bad. And also, in the hotter months, summer and spring, and even sometimes in the early fall, it gets really hot, so there's a chance of people getting a stroke or heat exhaustion and stuff like that. So what you'd want to do is put some of these in between the armpits or on their neck and cool them off a little bit. So it's definitely really handy. It doesn't take up that much space, and you have something just in case something was to go wrong in the woods. So I definitely suggest you just put a cold compress pouch in your bushcrafting bag as well. So here is my main little safety first aid pouch that I carry with me. I got this pouch at Walmart. I think it cost $10 or maybe a little less, but I added some things in here and took some things out, and I'm just going to show you that real quick. One of the first things I heard before is to keep a safety pin on something that you have your first aid in. Safety pins can be used for a lot of things, from heating up and taking out splinters to just a variety of different tasks that you wouldn't think of, that you need something really sharp and really small to help with that. So I keep a safety pin on my pouch at all times. And also, if something on your clothing rips or something, you can keep it closed, or puncture a hole for sewing or stuff like that too. So it's not only first aid. So I just put a safety pin on here, and I'll use it sometimes. So anyways, here in the pouch, when I open it up, I added a couple things. Some of the first things that I added was some medicine. I have some ibuprofen in here. If you have a headache or starting to get a fever out in the woods, it's nice to have something to control that, so you're not feeling miserable when you're away from home. So I just threw some ibuprofen in this pouch just in case. Next in here, I have some Imodium. This helps if you have diarrhea out in the woods, and that's no fun at all. So a couple of Imodium really controls that until you can get back home and get to feeling better. So I always say some type of anti-diarrheal is a must out in the woods if you eat something bad, undercooked, stuff like that. So, and it could be a big issue if you start losing a lot of fluids out of your body. It can really mess with your health, so you want something to be able to control that. So I suggest some type of anti-diarrheal like Imodium. And I think the last pills that I have in here is just some Pepto tablets, you know, so stomach ache, stuff like that. You can control that a little bit better with some Pepto. So those are the medicines that I added to it. And then just inside here I have an assortment of bandages, cleaning gauze or cleaning pads. I got some gauze. I got some tape to wrap up, you know, the gauze to your body and stuff like that. So that's all in here. I'm not going to take it all out, but you get the idea. It's just some bandages, some gauze, some cleaning stuff, just to keep your wounds nice and clean so it doesn't get infected. So, you know, if you have a standard kit like this, you might want to look through it, see what's in there, and maybe add some stuff like medicine in there just to make your trip a little bit better and you feel better in the woods. So anyways, guys, if you have any other suggestions or comments, please let me know if there's anything that I should add into this kit. Like I said, into my more robust kit, that's where I get into like the scissors and the larger tapes and some other splints and stuff like that. So this is just my main little kit that I carry with me at all times. So I might show you the larger kit here in a future video. So anyways, hope this helped a little bit. Until next time, you guys be safe out there. And also I wanted to point out, you might want to go and take a first aid safety course like the Red Cross. They also have some wilderness safety courses as well that is really helpful for you to be sure that you and everybody you go out bushcrafting with stay safe, and if something does happen, you know how to handle the situation. So anyways, you guys take care and have fun out there.